heart in your mouth at half-time?
I thought we started the game well. We gave away 2 poor goals, I felt. I thought, as I said, we were too slow through the third. We built the game quite well, but it was too slow, and I thought we needed to work harder. That was the message at half-time. I felt we would win the game, because I felt that, I said to the players, actually, listen, we won here 4-2 earlier on in the season, so we know we can do that again. You might have to do it the reverse way. But second half we were much better. And like I say, I think our fitness and everything comes into it then in the game. And it's hard because St Johnstone are man marking, and we've had that a few times this season. The problem is when you man mark, you're giving the ownership back to us. You're giving the ownership of the game to us. And St Johnstone, I thought, were very disciplined and done very, very well for a period of the game. But there's only a matter of time when you run out of steam and energy in that way, and then that's when the space opens up for us. So, and obviously it helps when you got Mrs to come off the bench. So, but it was a great victory for us. And but like you've seen on there, it was if you're Tommy and you're the opposition manager, you're disappointed, bitterly disappointed to get it given against you.
What did you think of that penalty? Was it harsh?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's the honest. Yeah, hey.
The ref got it wrong.
Well, it's one where if it's given against you, you're obviously disappointed. Great bit of skill. He obviously chops back here, Kieran. I don't know what the boy can do there, to be honest. Obviously, I'm happy we got it, but obviously, if it's given against you, like you say, you're clearly disappointed.
There was one just before it at the other end of the pitch, when Saints felt they should have a penalty as well. Was your heart in your mouth here? Was this a penalty, do you think, Brendan?
I don't think, no. Sometimes you get a feel for it at the time. Scott, as you say, I think he's just been stronger than him here. And obviously the young boy Swanson, who's technically good, he's got his body between Scotty and the ball. And I like what you would do. You know, a player would maybe look for the penalty in that situation. It could have gone against you, but I didn't think it was.
How close was Dembele to starting the game? Obviously his knee scan in London, as the whole world found out. Is he 100% now?
Yeah, he's been training for the last 4 or 5 days. He wasn't never going to start. And we're glad he's back, because you can only play so long without a striker. But you see the difference in the team the minute he comes in with that sort of reference point, and then everyone else can move around him. But he's recovered well. He just needed that wee bit of time to get some training under his belt, because obviously when you're out for a period of time, you need to train, you need to work. So he was ready and enthused to come on.
Is he getting better? Is it the more goals he scores, the more games Celtic win, and the more he matures and becomes a big club player?
Well, I think he is that. That's what I've seen early on in his time here. He's a player he's a big game player, and he has an inherent belief in his ability. He knows where he wants to get to, but he also knows he's at a big club, and this is a great chance for him to play under pressure. We have to win virtually every game, and you get the chance to win trophies and play in competitions. But yeah, he's. Is that what you signed him?
That's the right back in the left wing position. Look at that. What's a goal this is.
Just
a
two back
standing ovation.
Yeah, it was
brilliant.
Absolutely
Brilliant.
Quick play and good bit of skill.
Oh,
Obviously, at
class.
that time you get confidence and fantastic finish. But no, it was a very good. I thought we were the better team.
I actually thought you played well first half, Brendan, and you could have been a couple up. Mackay Stephen had a great chance on the counter attack as well.
Yeah, our positioning was good in the game. How we built the game, I felt just a fraction quicker through the lines would have been better for us. But our shape was good in it. But we were a bit disappointed with the corner and the other goal. So, but a great reaction, and stayed calm and passed the ball.
Scott Sinclair is now the Ladbrokes Premiership leading goal scorer, 14th of the season today. Has he, you know, inside out, but has he surprised you that he scored so many goals? No, not at all. Not at all. The season I got promoted with Swansea to the Premier League, he scored 27 goals that year. And when we took him to Chelsea as a young player, he was a striker. Yeah. You know, people don't probably realise that, but he was at Bristol Rovers, he was a striker. And we moved him to the side. But his instinct is to score, and he's not happy like a striker, you know, if he doesn't score. So he'll always get goals, and he's obviously got lightning pace, great ability. This situation is perfect for us in counter-attack with the speed and the quality. But
he's comfortable in these areas because he can go either way as well, left foot, right foot, and he's a finisher.
You played him up top against Hearts as an initial striker last week, Brendan. I feel like then you mentioned there that the wider position coming in is better than suited for him rather than he's back to goal type or running channels. Do you think it gives him more freedom then to help people?
Yeah, I played him as a striker when he was a kid at Chelsea before moving him across, and he hasn't played that really for a while. But I thought we would try it. It was something to be creative. We had no striker. I knew he's played the position before. But he was a wee bit static. If you're going to play that sort of Roman 9 role, you need to be on the move. So that's why we switched him over to that side.
I liked when you were talking about before the game, you were talking about Mackay Stephen and you used the word disorganised defences. So your wide players then are really encouraged just to come into pockets and just upset the rhythm of a back four then.
Yeah, they've got to run behind. You got to have the speed and the penetration, and that just a team that wants to be organised and flat and compact. You have to break their lines, and sometimes you don't get it, and it's unselfishness. You've got to run without getting the ball sometimes, and the players that we have will do that.
Has Kieran Tierney, do you think he's improved Scott Sinclair in terms of his ability to then become that striker role? Because I notice when you play your back four, it almost becomes a 3 where Kieran virtually pushes right up, and then it allows Sinclair to come inside. Is that the? It's obviously made you happy, but has that been a surprise almost that that's happened this season for Kieran coming into the side? Is that something you were always looking for tactically to develop that side, or has Kieran's ability allowed you just to do it this year out of almost, not surprise, but do you know what I mean?
No, I said to Neil earlier on in the year when we met up and had a bite to eat, we press in a certain system and then it's a different system when we have the ball. So Kieran's attributes, he can defend, needs to get better, but he's a great young prospect going forward. He wants to go and be aggressive. Scotty will never be an out-and-out winger from the side. He's from the inside to make runs in. And so that combination, when you put the two of them together, it works very well. And it's very difficult on that side of the field because they're both aggressive, they both got good fitness, and they keep going and going and going.
Talking of keeping going and going and going, you've scored 38 goals in the second half of league games, and in the final 15 minutes of games, it's now 21 goals. Is that fitness? Or is it mental strength, or a wonderful combination of both?
It's a bit of everything. The guys will tell you you're playing in teams that when your tail's up and you're confident. And I always think the mark of the best teams is they start well and finish strong. And for me, it's always the mark of the really, really good teams. You look to impose your style right away in a game, open in 20, 25 minutes. And no matter how tough it is, you've got to keep going right to the very end. And you keep fighting and you keep running, and whether you're 1-0 up or 4-0 up, you keep going. So that's what we tried to create, and that sort of mindset really of that winning mentality that you can never rest. You have to keep pushing, and no matter what stage it is in the game.
Neil spoke about this earlier from his experience as a manager and a player at Celtic and great runs. But do you have to work on the players every day, or is it self-perpetuating? Do the leaders within the squad keep it going, or is it something that you as a manager need to keep going, win and win?
Yeah, I think if you have a group of senior professionals that are top professionals, then they can virtually lead that. You've got a lot of young players. Of course, you have to take them the direction you want them to go, and hopefully it gets to a point here where your role becomes less, where they're self-coaching themselves and they understand what it is you want. You know, that's your role as a coach and a manager. Can you get it to be the norm? I think the idea coming into here was to try and create a definitive style, which was an aggressive, fast, dynamic, unpredictable style of football. And then hopefully then it'll improve over the next 3-4 years.
Talking of someone who's improving with time, Liam Henderson got the opening goal. Seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it, this afternoon? Only his fourth start, and he got the goal today. Is he somebody who can is developing from what you've seen? He developed a lot last year, winning the Scottish Cup, of course, with Hibs.
Yeah, he's one that, as time goes on, he impresses me even more. You forget he's only 20. But what I love about Liam is he's got great personality. The last time he was here, he gave away a penalty, and he was ill-disciplined in his performance. And I think coming back here now later this season, you see the discipline in his game. And he's got a goal in him. The guys will tell you who know him a lot better than me. He's got that finish in him. But he's got personality, and a personality that you need to play for a club like Celtic.
I gave him his debut at 17, and He scored the debut we last